And welcome back, everybody. I'm Brant,
I'm Lisa.
and this is Brant versus Lisa live. Top 5 comics.
Yes.
These are comics.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Comics that came out on April 3rd, and we picked these earlier in the week. If you missed it, I think it's in the description below. You can check out the most anticipated video to see us pick these books. But the books we're talking about are...
You want me to do it?
No.
You always do
Jim
it.
Henson Storytellers, Sirens, issue 1.
Yeah.
Marvel Team Up number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Domino Hot Shots number 2. Section 0 number 1.
Yep.
And War of the Realms issue 1. So those are the 5 books we chose. 3 Marvel, 2 Indie. No DC this time.
That's true. I didn't realize.
Yeah, no DC. We decided to skip. Hey, what's up, Jesse? JLS Comics in the house. We decided to skip Young Justice and Champions this time because we've done it the past 3 times they've come out. So we were like, we need to change it up. Kind of regretting that decision. We'll talk about that.
I've got to go back and read them, so I'll be up to date for the next time.
Yeah. I read them. I enjoyed both of them, actually. So, but enough about that. Should we get into our top 5?
Let's do it.
All right. So, let's see. I think I went first last time.
I don't remember.
Okay. I'm always going to... All right, you go first. Your number 5 was what?
Section 0.
Issue number 1.
Issue number 1.
What'd you rate it?
2 stars.
My number 5 is also Section 0 number 1. I gave it 2.5. But go ahead.
It just wasn't my sort of book. It felt dated.
Yes.
That was the main thing about it. Some of the dialogue was a little contrived or weird, just old.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. It was, it's from a veteran comic team. It's for anybody that doesn't know, it's from Image Comics. It's Carl Kessel wrote it. Tom Grummett did the art.
Yeah.
And so it did have a very classic feel to it.
I think certain people would really like it.
Yeah.
It's just not the kind of thing that I gravitate toward. I didn't read comics at that time.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to... I don't remember the dialogue, but there was some stuff in there. It was just...
Oh, there was some stuff... Yeah. It felt
strange.
Yeah. It felt like maybe like 70s.
Yeah.
Era. 60s, 70s era comics.
And maybe that's when it's set. I don't know, really.
I don't know either. That was unclear.
Yeah.
It was a little unclear. It seemed like it might be set in that kind of time period, though.
I liked pieces of it. I liked the alien guy.
Yeah, Tesla. Yeah, he was cool.
And
I didn't care for Bug Boy.
No. And he was like the major part of the issue.
Yeah.
Like the main thing.
And that's the part I thought I would like, because the cover was a silhouette and it had all the characters, and it had this character that looked kind of like Iron Spider a little bit. It looked like a spider type character, but with those 6 arms, but it wasn't like 6 human arms. It was bug-like arms. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. They're kind of dipping at that, but then you get into it and it's like, oh, that's not what this is.
But he's very integral to the story.
Right.
Because of that tattoo that he got or whatever.
Yeah, and not just the tattoo. That's the whole reason they were there.
Yeah.
Trying to find him.
But I'm saying that it's going to play into the whole story, I assume.
I assume too. I don't know, because I'm probably not going to come back to it.
Yeah. I liked it better than Sharky. Is that what
Sharky
it was?
the Bounty Hunter?
Sharky the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, Go ahead.
It's one of those, again, that I might like it better if I were reading it all in one chunk.
I don't think I would.
You don't think you would?
The art was just okay to me. The writing, like you said, was very dated, very contrived, and the coloring was pretty bland. I don't know. I think the concept had potential, and I kind of like the idea of this government sanctioned team that's off the books, Black Ops kind of thing. That they're dealing with paranormal, extra normal kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. I just didn't like the way it was handled.
I think that if I had known going into it was going to have a retro feeling, that I might have enjoyed it better.
It reminded me a little bit both of the art style and of just the I don't want to call it technobabble, because it wasn't really technobabble, but it was like a lot of exposition explaining the processes and all this kind of stuff. It felt like I was watching Johnny Quest, and I hate Johnny Quest.
I never watched Johnny Quest.
That's kind of, I don't know why it reminded me of that, but that's kind of what it reminded me of, and I just wasn't feeling it. So, but that was my pick. So I'm kind of bummed about that. So my number 4, and you already kind of know this, is Jim Henson's Storyteller Sirens.
It's also my number 4.
I give it 2 3/4 star. 2.75.
I gave it a 3. So we're really close.
Okay, really close on both of those.
Yeah.
And it's mainly the art for me. I thought the story was okay, but it was still kind of simple. It had a nice, good message in it, in that everything that this sailor wanted and needed out of life was right there in his own home, and he just didn't see it.
Yeah.
And I liked that message about it.
Right.
But I hated the art.
Yeah.
The art, I just did not like the wonky. That looked like I was reading Picasso or something.
I agree, though. I see why they did it. It was intentional.
To be like folklore.
They were going folk art, folklore.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't like that style.
Yeah. No, I wasn't feeling it at all. So yeah, that's another one. The best part of the issue for me was that it was the guy from Fraggle Rock and the dog, Sprocket. I think is the dog's name.
Yeah.
That was the best part. Like, I
assume it's the same guy, right?
It looks. I mean,
it looks like the same dog. At least
it's got to be the same dog, so it's got to be the guy, right?
I think it's been so long since I've seen Fraggle Rock that I can't remember if that's what he looked like.
I distinctly remember the dog, and that is what the dog looked like. Yeah. So when I saw the dog, I was like, oh, okay. And it's Jim Henson, so it makes sense. So.
I like that it's going to be, I'm pretty sure, a different art team and the full team every time with a new story.
Yeah, it should be a different story because there's nothing to continue from that. That was the whole story.
No, but I like that it changes art so we can see something else.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, it's one of those things that I could get used to, the art. If it were longer, like it wouldn't bother me after a while, but
I couldn't.
You couldn't.
It turns me off completely. Okay. All right, so you're number 3.
3.
We're burning through these.
Yeah. Was Marvel Team Up Spider-Man.
That is also my number 3.
Wow.
What did you give it?
I gave it 3.5.
3.5. Wow. This is crazy.
Okay. This hasn't happened before.
Never. We'll see if I doubt the other 2 are going to fall in the same place, but we'll see.
Should we bring up this first?
Oh, we could, if you like. Whichever.
While we're talking about it, I realized when I read the creative team, I always try to look at the creative team before I start, that I recognize the name of the artist. And that's because I bought a sketch of his, like, how long ago? Like 8 years ago? 9 years ago?
Yeah, 9 years ago.
And I have had it here. His name is Joey Vasquez.
Yeah.
And I followed him on DeviantArt, and I think he was having a sale at one point, and I was like, that's really cool. And so I bought it.
I think at one point I had this hanging on my wall.
I think so. We were waiting until we could get it framed better.
Yeah.
It's still in really good shape. We've had it in
it's still
protected stuff.
Still in the envelope he sent it in. But that's really cool that you had a piece from that artist and now he's made it to Marvel.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And
he's only like 25.
Yeah.
And the art I thought was pretty good.
So when you got that, he was really young.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So I thought that was neat. About the issue, I liked it. I actually liked the mirrored story thing. You didn't love that as much.
I mean, it was okay. I just didn't like that they repeated dialogue.
Yeah, a little bit.
More than you think they did.
Maybe. Sure. I don't know his roommate.
Oh, that's do you know what's his name? J. Jonah's second at the Bugle. Is it Robbie?
I thought it was Randy.
I know, but Robbie he was Peter's other boss at the Bugle.
I didn't.
Randy is his son.
Okay. So, that's cool.
Yeah.
And he's in the main books.
Yeah.
It felt more tied in to the main books because what's his name was there too? Bruno.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel as disjointed as Marvel Rising did.
Yeah.
When I was reading it.
This is set in it has to be because they mentioned the whole ESU thing where he was discredited.
Yeah.
And that happened in the main books and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I liked that aspect of it. I have a feeling there's more to the friend of his.
No.
You think? And
The doctor, you mean?
Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah, maybe.
How long is this?
I don't know. I mean, it's
got to be at least 2 issues.
Yeah, I don't know how
where
long
they ended it.
this particular arc is. It's got to be at least another issue, though.
I'm saying if it goes more than 3 or 4 issues, there's probably going to be a little more to her.
Yeah, there could be something more to her.
Yeah.
It's I mean, the story is she's they went to school together.
Yeah.
Him and this girl. Now she's grown up and she's a doctor, and she's created this device, and she's given a speech at ESU, Empire State University, and he gets to introduce her.
Yeah.
And then, of course, somebody shows up. I don't know if I want to spoil who shows up, but shows up to steal the device, and then happens to be that Miss Marvel's class was there.
Yeah.
And so it's Miss Marvel and Peter Parker teaming up, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Her device reminded me of Westworld.
Yeah.
If you've watched Westworld.
Yeah. I could see that. But I liked certain aspects of the mirror thing. Like they did the lead story from Peter's perspective. And then right after that, they did it from Miss Marvel's perspective.
Right.
And the problem I had was there was literally the repeated dialogue in a few places. And then the very last page of both stories was the same exact page. The art and everything was exactly the same.
I think it was nice, though, to have it like that.
I would have rather it been interspersed. Like you shift back and forth between the two.
Maybe.
It was fine because like you could read either one by itself. So like if you were a Spider-Man fan, you could just read that one, or if you were a Miss Marvel fan, you could just read that one. You would get the complete story.
Right.
So that's kind of cool. And maybe that's how they're going to do this version of Marvel Team Up. But I enjoyed it. I liked that it tied into the main universe too. So it was a cool story. And like I said, in our anticipated, you always see Miles and Kamala teaming up. You don't see Peter, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he didn't even remember her.
The meeting. Yeah. So that was pretty neat. I like that. And you got that piece of art, so that's pretty neat. So.
Yeah, that is neat.
All right, so my number 2 is Domino Hot Shots.
Mine number 2.
Are you serious? Wow, what did you give it?
3.75.
I gave it 4. So we're almost like identical. I swear, this is crazy. So I like the issue a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think it was quite as strong as the first issue.
Exactly. And
some of the dialogue was like a little forced for me. And then when you pointed out that they got the location wrong,
it's not necessarily wrong. It's
well, you
just
know what I mean.
Stereotypically what people think about
Texas. Yeah. But when you pointed that out, I was like, it kind of filtered in. I was like, oh, well, I have to kind of mentally take a little bit off for that reason. I just do. And, she pointed out to me that somebody she knows used to live in the area that Outlaw is from in the book. And they showed like the population sign and the
desert.
Yeah, the desert and everything. And she was like, no, it's just like a normal town. So it's true. You gotta take points off when it's not accurate, when they're trying to be accurate.
If they want desert, they gotta go to West Texas.
Yeah, they were in South Texas. So that's Texas is a big place. It's not all the same. No. But no, aside from that, it was some of the dialogue was a little forced. Some of the character interactions weren't quite as strong. I felt
a little too much Deadpool.
And Deadpool was like for half the issue, it's like you didn't even know who Domino was,
right?
Which is like, what? Come on.
He was just a little too stupid.
Yeah, and then I love Gail Simone, but man, she did two very blue jokes with both Deadpool and Domino, like back to back.
Oh, I can't remember.
Sack lunch.
Oh. And
Deadpool goes, "Oh, I just got it."
Okay.
And pull his pin.
Oh yeah.
And Domino goes, "Oh, I just got it." So I was like, okay. Okay. But no, it was still a good issue, and it's a fantastic art. I love the art in it. It's still a solid book. I mean, it's our number 2, and we both gave it. I gave it 4, and you gave it 3 3/4. So it's still a high score.
Yeah, I still like it.
So, any other thoughts on that?
Really I like the second half better than the first half, probably.
Okay.
Get through the
Deadpool
fighting.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, that's all. It was just a little too long.
Gotcha.
That part.
Jesse, did you read any of these books, by the way? Or anybody else that's watching? It doesn't show like it used to show on this bar right here how many we're watching. I'd have to go to the other screen, I think. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody else is there, but that's okay. So that's anything else, or was that it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It was. I just liked it.
Okay.
It's interesting that is an outlaw.
Yeah.
She touched the thing, but she seems more herself than the doctor did, so it didn't get her quite as bad.
Yeah, it was just like I don't know. It hasn't quite taken over. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with that. Yeah.
It might be.
There's. I think Jade said it was a 5-issue. Okay. There's 3 more issues to go. We'll see what happens with it, but yeah, it was like she got glimpses of things that was beyond her normal self, but then she was like very much herself after that.
So if it's only 5 issues, that cements the point about maybe that Deadpool thing was a little too long and they could have got on the road and back in the ship a little faster.
Yeah.
The Tony stuff was interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting that he was the one that hired him.
Yeah, so must be a lot more going on.
Yeah.
Than they realized.
And it kind of makes sense because the Avengers had the whole arc where they fought the Celestials. Mm. And then they actually took over one of the Celestials' bodies and made it their base.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you tie that in.
Yeah, I guess so.
So he's probably just trying to protect the tech and not let it fall into the wrong hands and that kind of thing. So
I'm still happy with it. It was good.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that means both of our number 1 pick is War of the Realms issue number 1. What'd you rate it?
4.
That's what I gave it to. I think maybe 4 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4. So we're a quarter off every single one of these, but we have it in the same position. That is crazy.
That is crazy. That has not happened.
It has never happened. We don't compare these either. We make these lists independently. We don't share. The only thing you knew was that I wasn't crazy about setting the bottom 2.
Yeah, and you knew I didn't really like Section 0.
Yeah. I knew that before you even read it, but that's crazy. So, All right. So, what did you like about War of the Realms?
I liked the fact that I had read the very beginning of this Thor series, so I knew that
you weren't completely.
I wasn't completely lost, and I knew the villain. It just felt really well done for an event. Like the stakes were actually higher than normal. When I'm usually reading an event, it's just like, it's gonna go back to where it was, and then this one still probably will too. But it feels more weighted, I guess, because of the stuff with Odin at the beginning. Yeah, and then by the end, definitely we don't want to give that away.
Well, I mean, it's interesting what they're doing with all the pantheons right now, because in the Avengers No Road Home, the Greek pantheon has been taken out and killed. Everybody's been Zeus and they're all gone. Yeah. And so now you already had all of the Norse gods like on Earth living in a brownstone in Brooklyn, except for Odin, and now they're all being taken out. And what happened to Loki in this issue is like, of course, somehow he's going to get out of that. It just has to. But that was gruesome,
crazy.
It was very graphic too. But yeah, no,
Isn't there some kind of myth, or maybe I don't want to give away what happened to him though. I can't really talk about it.
Loki?
Yeah. What? I can't remember. I remember it from English class. Something about. I think it was a myth about how I can't say it because I don't want to give it away.
About how he could return?
No, something else.
Okay,
I don't know. About how his demise happened.
Oh, okay. I'm not aware.
Okay. I don't remember exactly.
But
I just think something happened like that in Greek or Roman mythology.
I know every time it seems like Loki's gone, he comes back either as a kid, as a woman, as another version of himself, as whatever. There's always a Loki. Loki's going to find a way to return. That's all I'm saying.
I liked Spider-Man a lot.
Yeah.
In this one. He was just enough comic relief.
Yeah.
And the dog. Thori.
Yeah. I love that Spider-Man was like, hey, I'm what was it? I'm an honorary god. Yeah. I've been chilling with Thor's mom over here. That was cool. That was a nice scene.
And then he said him and Thor were practically BFFs or something.
Yeah. And I love that she called him the Man of Spiders.
Yeah.
And it just, it did feel epic. It felt like there was repercussions, like you said. Thor is stuck on Jotunheim.
Yeah, I can't say all the names.
I can't either, but I just remember that one from the movies, how to
Oh,
pronounce it. So he's stuck there,
right.
and
With a lot of giants.
yeah, and I'm wondering because it kind of told the back history that Thor's hammer was thrown into the sun, so he doesn't have Mjolnir.
Right.
But we see Jane in this story, and it's got me thinking, what if it came back, but it didn't come back to him?
Oh.
It came back to Jane. But it's weird because that was kind of killing her. So I don't know how they would solve that.
Surely
But
they're gonna figure that out somehow.
yeah, so there was a lot to grab onto here, and I love that it involved like not just Thor and Thor supporting cast. It involved the entire Marvel universe. Yeah,
the Avengers came in. No, it felt like it was really the whole.
Yeah, of course I did like that line. These are the Avengers. What is this?
Yeah, they're not quite what everyone thinks.
Right,
of the
you get
Avengers.
Ghost Rider and different people like that. It's like, okay, that's different, but sure.
I think the art helps, like with the grand kind of feeling. Like he's a really good artist, and
Russell Dodderman,
and the coloring, just everything made it feel more cinematic.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Malekith was really good. I love the way that he fooled Thor.
Yeah.
At the beginning, and he just seems like a credible threat. And in the past, he hasn't always. I think the movies kind of helped him jump to the forefront to make him a little bit more threatening.
I don't remember him in the movie.
Remember, he was in Thor 2.
I need to rewatch Thor 2 because I don't remember anything about Thor 2 except that Loki is like gone and then he comes back.
Yeah.
That's all I remember about.
I'm pretty. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Malekith was in Thor 2.
You're probably right. I just don't remember. Which one had the sister?
The sister.
Is it their sister?
Hela? That. Yeah, it was that one.
It was that one. He was in that one too.
Thor Dark World, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one with what's her name? From Lord of the Rings. Can't think of her name.
I can't either.
Galadriel.
Oh yeah. I can't think of her real name. I was just talking about her the other day too. But yeah, no, the first one was the Frost Giants. Yes. And Loki, of course. And the second one was Loki and Malekith and Hela, I think.
Okay. I just don't remember him. That's all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You're probably right. I need to watch it
And then
again.
the third one was Ragnarok, which had nothing to do with Thor, really.
No.
Whatever. There's mixed feelings about Ragnarok there.
It doesn't feel tied in.
It doesn't.
So we need another Thor movie.
We're not going to get one, I don't think.
We should. It was a way to get a Hulk movie.
Pretty much, and a watered down version of Planet Hulk, which I'm still upset about. Anyway, that's beyond the point. So War of the Realms, top pick.
Yes. That's
pretty awesome. We're in a Marvel event too.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it falls in my full list of books come Tuesday over on Comic Frontline. So if you guys want to tune in to that, you can find out where it fell, because I will have read a lot more books than 5 by then.
Of course.
I think I have like 18 this week, so not as much. I read 30 books last week.
I know, you're crazy.
I know. But yeah, I think I've got like 18 this week, so we'll see where it falls and all that. But I really did enjoy it, and I think it was a great start to the event. So I'm kind of looking forward to it now, and I was kind of mixed feelings about it before. So.
Yeah, and it was the second book I read, and usually I forget what's happened, or
Yeah.
So that's saying something. I remember it.
Awesome. All right, so those are our picks. We'd love to hear your picks in the comments below, because we're about to end this, and so yeah, let us know what you thought of these books and what your favorite books of the week were. And of course, you can join us. I think we're going to move it now that Zone 4 is going away. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to move this to 8 Central, so 9 Eastern for everybody starting next week. So you can join us live for that. And we'll be talking about our top 5 picks. And you can check out our Anticipate on Tuesdays.
Yes.
But if you like this video, please give it a subscribe, a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. And so you can get all the updates on all the content going up to this channel whenever there's new content. I'm stumbling over my words.
Yes, you are.
Trying to rescue myself, trying to save myself. But and of course, you can follow me at Brant Fowler on Facebook and Twitter. Follow both of us at Last Press and Little Victories YT on Instagram because
we have a giveaway going on.
Yes.
If you were here last week, we're giving away Into the Spider-Verse,
the Blu-ray,
a Spider-Gwen Funko Rock Candy figure, and the first trade of Spider-Gwen.
Yes, the origin story.
The origin.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good prize.
Go to the comments or the description.
Yeah. Or littlevictoriesyt.com/giveaway.
Or that.
It is in the description, though. The link is there, so check that out. And later tonight, in just about an hour and a half, the final 450th episode of Zone 4 as we celebrate 10 years by saying goodbye to your favorite Friday Night Comic podcast over on Comic Frontline. Go join us live there. We'd love to chat with you during the show. It's going to be myself, Jay, Chris, and we're going to have Gordon back. And we might have some audio clips from a couple of people that I might play, or I might save those for the audio edition. I haven't decided yet. But we're going to have fun. We're going to talk Heroes of Crisis. Chris and I are going to give WrestleMania predictions. We're going to talk about some... What? We are. It's this Sunday. We got to.
I know.
We're going to talk about some other stuff, memories and all that stuff. So it's going to be fun. So join us over there. I'll come up Frontline, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. And until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.